Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Legion here. I'm not back here with another build video. Now, as you guys see, today's build video, we have Thor. Now, if I had to say I guess like a statement for Thor in the game right now, he is that guy. I just gotta be honest. He is that guy. So we gotta get into this build video, eventually showcase it on how strong he is, and I also have some Omega level threat gameplay for you guys as well, showcasing in that mission. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. So before we get into the video, if you guys go to enjoy it, you guys liked it, basically guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, so there is a video and I'll be notified to upload a video, and most importantly, basically guys hit that like button. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Damn, homie, they ain't ready for this. Scatter shot, I'm working, hurt them worse than slitting your wrist. Hit subscribe, smash like, ring the bell, stay tuned. Now without further ado, here's the duel of June. Yeah.
Alright, so this is my stats for Thor. Now for my might, I have 67. For my precision, I have 54. My proficiency, I have 0. But my valor, 447 valor. Now this is a valor build. It is very strong on Thor. I'm letting you guys know this now. If you're gonna play a Thor, build valor. It is super strong. And for my resolve, I have 101. My resilience, I have 100. And my intensity, I have 47. And for my charge rate, for my abilities, for my ultimate, it's 32.4%. And for my God Blast and Warrior's Fury, it's 15.2. Now you may be wondering, why does Thor have 14k heroic? Now Phil did state this, that Thor generally, this is only him. He has the higher scaling in his heroic rating compared to other characters. I don't know, I can talk about that, but yeah, it makes sense because he's a god. I will understand it, to be honest. So you know, it's pretty wild how you could go crazy with this. And with a damage buff, my heroic rating goes to 24,000. So yeah, it is pretty insane. So let's get into this build video, basically showcase on how you could do a lot of damage with Thor. So for the first piece, I had this piece since the game, like once I really started leveling up Thor, and I was at 150 trying to find a good build for him, like in the beginning of the game. This is the piece I had, and the reason why I still held on to this piece is because I have Might and Valor on it, and also the perks on it is good as well, with the light combo finishers giving me a damage buff, a percentage for it, and light combo finishers are easy to do with Thor. And it also has Pim on heavy power attacks, and his power attacks, if you got the batter effect on it, even I have a little bit might, I could do 100k easily with the heavy power attacks with Thor. It's pretty insane. And also the last one, which is really important for this one, is Odin Force Breaker. Now Odin Force Breaker gives me a 13.8% increased damage while Odin Force is activated. So it's super easy to activate Odin Force. Legit, all you have to do is hold down the trigger or anything, any console that you're on, to activate Odin Force, and you get that 13.8% increased damage from Odin Force. So it is pretty insane. So I would say if you're looking for a build with Thor, at least try to have Odin Force Breaker in it so you get that extra damage if you guys want it. So let's go on to the next piece. This next piece right here, I have targeted buff grip, which has Valor on it, resilience, and resolve, which is very excellent for the build I'm trying to go with. Now I have targeted buff on it, which is very good, which range critical attacks give me a damage buff, and I have expert protection, which basically gives me a defense buff when I'm defeating an enemy with a range critical attack. And I'll be showcasing how you could easily get a range critical attack with Thor. With Thor, it is super easy. I'm telling y'all. I'm going to explain it when I get to the skills. So that is what I have for my range piece. For my chest piece, the stats for, the perks for it are not really all that, to be honest. I really could care less about the perks, but the stats, I have Valor, resilience, and resolve, which is perfect what I'm trying to do with my build. Of course, there's a lot of like glass cannon type builds. I did that at first, but at least this build still does hella damage, and I could still be tanky enough to tank some hits. So yeah, that's why I have the stats for this one. Now for the last piece I do have is Tachyon's Howl. Now it does have lethal Tachyon Surge on it, which gives me a 50% damage increase with any status damage, which is pretty excellent. Now the second one I do have increases my shock damage with any attack by 20%, and God Blast is a shock move that has shock damage with it, so that's a 20% damage increase right there automatically, which is pretty excellent to have. And for the last one, I got the increased charge rate for my ultimate by 17.3%, which is also good to have as well. So let's get into my minor artifacts. My minor artifacts are all Valor, since this is a Valor build for Thor. You could go crazy with it, but if you have pieces that do give you increased charge rates for your abilities, please use it. It is very excellent to have. Now, fortunately, you see like how these bring down my Valor. Look how simply this one brings my Valor down by just by 1%. It goes to 13,750, but when I have this on, it only increases by 1%. It goes up to 14,000. It's insane. So yeah, that's why I have these minor artifacts on. These are the highest one that gives me the highest percentage for Valor. So yeah, that's why I have those. So for the major artifacts I do use for Thor, I use the Norn Stone, and I also use the Tactic Gun. Now the Tactic Gun is a very powerful artifact if you use the status effects. As you guys see right here, there, increased damage on enemies affected by any status. So if you apply any status on an enemy with Thor, you're going to do 12.4 increased damage to them. And for exploit, you see increased 12.4 increased status damage from all attacks. And with Thor doing his God Blast, his Bifrost, and him he could do shock damage by just by holding down Odin Force. That's an increased damage right there from any status effect damage that you do have that you could do. So it's very powerful for Thor. And there's also a thing called artifact swapping. Now it is something that, you know, not a lot of people do. Some people do it, but it's just like if you hardcore enough, you could do it. So basically what you do, you put on the Norn Stone, you get your damage buff from your targeted buff, you pop the ability for Norn Stone, which is Tyr's offense, and you swap back to the Tactic Gun, and you'll have the bonus, the first two perks for the Tactic Gun already activated because you have the Tactic Gun equipped. So you're going to do even more damage with your status damage, which is insane. So yeah, that's why I say artifact swapping is really the wave to go if you want to like do the maximum amount of damage. But yeah, let's get into the skills to just show you what I use for my Thor build. Okay, for the specialty, for support, now Warrior's Fury it's a weird, very weird ability. So you see how this Ymir's Wrath, this does not give you a damage buff. It doesn't. It is so weird that it says anybody that's affected by Warrior's Fury get a 25% damage buff, but it doesn't apply to you. It's super weird. It really is, especially for this one. Asgard's Fortune with 50% with the Heroic Orb. For some odd reason, it works for the teammates. It works excellent for the teammates. Of course, it does drop for you, but the percentage for it dropping for you is so low compared to having it for a teammate. It's very easy. Since it's 50%, it's a very lucky chance that you're going to get it. So I don't know. It's a weird ability. Even for this one, it only gives it to, I'm not 100%. I have to test this out, but if I test it out, like in a future me is going to put it in a video if this does work or not. So I'm not even sure if this one works, but for the mega level threat, this is what I run for my teammates. Basically give them health for every 3 seconds while it's activated. I think the Warrior's Fury activates for like 10 seconds. It doesn't show, but yeah, I think it's 10 seconds. So that's pretty excellent to have for teammates, and I have Hell's Anger for my teammates. They can do increased critical damage and crit chance for my teammates, so they can have that. So that's pretty excellent to have right there for supporting your teammates. For the Assault, God blast, God blast. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, there is something with God blast that you can have 3 Son of the Elder Gods. You can have 3 of them. Now there's a certain way you can do it, but I'm not snitching. I'm not saying how to do it. You probably gonna have to catch me on stream. You gotta catch me on stream, and I can easily tell you how to do it. I know how to do it, but it makes VALOR Thor so strong because you have 3 of the Son of the Elder Gods. God Blast inflicts 20% more damage, 20% more damage, and it applies cryo, and it lifts enemies in the sky with the whirlwind. I'm telling y'all, it is so strong, and it really is. You gonna see it in the video when I'm fighting the Super Down Thor, how strong this is. And also for the second one, for this one, I do have Rolling Thunder. Basically, with defeating enemies with God Blast, refunds 5% of Assault Heroic Energy, which didn't work at first when the game came out, but they did fix it and it works perfectly now. So it does refill your Assault ability very fast if you defeat like 5 or 6 enemies, and it even counts for the environment as well. So it's pretty dope. So I would say have those two. And for your ultimate, which is Bifrost, I would say use Muspelheim's, I think that's how you say it, Torment. And it basically leaves plasma damage around the vicinity. So it's very good for Thor, since Thor can automatically do shock damage with his God Blast and with his Odin Forces, which he can do automatically. It's right here. No, it's right here. Yeah, it's right. He can apply shock damage just by activating Odin Force. So yeah, it's pretty strong for Thor. And right here, as you guys see, for the ultimate, I have Odin's Blessing of the Realms. Basically, when you come out of your Bifrost, you're going to have your ultimate. I mean, not your ultimate. You're going to be automatically overcharged, and it's pretty insane what you can do with overcharge. So we're about to get into that right now, actually. So let's get into the mastery. Now, the mastery, you for the first one with a heroic charge, I would say go with this one. For light and heavy attacks, it gives you a boost to energy for your heroics. And now for the light attacks, it only does 1.5%, and for the heavy attacks, it do 2%. So I would say go with that one. Now for the last one, is all on you, to be honest. What you want to do with this, it's all on you what you want to do. So you can go whatever with this one. For this one, I will always say have heroic takedown mastery. It is very good for doing takedowns. You generate heroic orbs, which is very needed. And for the range, now you remember in the beginning of the video where I said that how you get a damage buff very easily with Thor. Now critical throw is, for some odd reason, critical throw, every time you do it and you throw the hammer out, everything is going to be a crit. Like everything going to be a crit. Even when you activate Odin Force and bring down lightning strikes, it's all crits. So yeah, it is pretty insane. It's very easy to do, to be honest. Just hold R2 when the bar fills up. It's going to flash and you throw it, and it's all going to be crits. It's insane. So in the second one, I will have high velocity for the recall and the throw speed to be increased, so to have that one. And for this other one, is really whatever you want to use. Is really whatever, to be honest. So let's get into the intrinsic ability, which in intrinsic ability and intrinsic overcharge is very important. So for this one, I do have it where defeating enemies while Odin Force is activated strikes nearby enemies with lightning, which is very effective, especially when you have Odin Force activated. Just by activating R2 or any ability that, or any trigger that you use to activate Odin Force, it is very useful because the lightning strikes, it scales off of Valor. So if you got high Valor, when the lightning strikes enemies nearby you, it's going to do some high damage. So it is very, very powerful to have this one, Iconic Bolts. Now for the second one, I do have increased the maximum amount of intrinsic by 15%, which is always nice to have, so you can have more intrinsic for Thor. And this one right here, Honed Force, basically reduces the overall cost of the intrinsic Odin Force by 10%. So this is very excellent to have right here, so you can have Odin Force activated for longer. And for this one right here, we got Lightning Field for intrinsic overcharge. Now Lightning Field is something that makes you feel like a god for real, because once you're overcharged, you would just have lightning just striking all around you, and it's super dope. And there's some glitch for some odd reason. It's been in the game for a while, where once your overcharge goes away, sometimes Lightning Field stays activated. And Lightning Field, if you have stats effects, since the lightning is shock damage, if you got any positive like Cosmic, Plasma, or Pim, if you have that activated, lightning can strike into battery damage, and battery damage is double damage, so it's insane. I did like 139k damage with just a lightning strike from Lightning Field being activated while I'm overcharged, so it's insane. Now for the second one I do have is where heroic charge, basically heroic energy regeneration with Odin Forces overcharge is by 10%. And you can use whatever you want for this one, to be honest. It's really up to you. But for the last one, you gotta have increase all damage by 15% when Odin Force is overcharged. It's a must need. You get a 15% increase in damage. Why wouldn't you want it? Now for the second one, not for the second one, for the champion systems, we're gonna go into this one. So I would say go into heroic damage, since you're doing a Valor build, or just overall because Thor uses his heroics, it does a lot of damage. I would say go into this. I would say go into crit damage. I would say go into crit chance. Do not go into this one. I just wanted to test it out to see if it was really worth it. It's not worth it, so do not go into it. Also go into heroic charge rate and go also into perk chance, which is very, very helpful as well. So these 4, well 5 that I stated, these 5 are very helpful. So I'm saying go into those. So yeah, that is my build for Thor. I will be showcasing it in I will showcase like the OLT for the last boss for the Super Adaptoid, so it can showcase on how powerful Thor is and just overall how powerful this build is overall. So yeah, that is in today's video. I really guys enjoyed it as I enjoyed making it. Before we head out, if you guys are not, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so there was a video and those be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Now of course, I do have a Discord. It's called the June Cave. Go over everything dealing with Avengers. Got the nice Outriders, upcoming games, future games. So if you guys want to join it, the link is below for that one as well. Also, I do stream on Twitch, so if you guys want to come out to the stream, you're missing out if you're not in the streams. I'm telling you, 100%. I'll be putting y'all on some game in the stream. So if you guys want to come out to that, the link is both below for that one as well. And also, I do have memberships on the channel. I really greatly appreciate it for the memberships, for the rookie members and the elite members. I really do appreciate it, y'all. Also, since this is a video and Thor did get his MCU outfit, we're going to do an MCU Thor giveaway. We're going to do one for the subscribers and we're going to do one for the members. So for the subscribers, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and put in the comments, what is your favorite moment Thor had in the comics for you? We're gonna see if we got some comic book fans out here. And for the members, you gotta be subscribed, you gotta be a member. It doesn't matter which, if you're a elite member or rookie member, you're going to answer anyway. And comment, what is your favorite moment for Thor, a favorite moment for you for Thor that was in the movies? That's all you gotta do is put that in the comments below. So I will announce the winner for these giveaways either in my community tab, so be on the lookout for my community tab, or I will announce it in a video, so be on the lookout for that one. So yeah, that is basically it. I'm gonna let this gameplay flow out so you can see how strong this build is. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day and peace. Alright, y'all, go crazy.
Defend Project Omega.
As you wish, Dr. Rabicini.
Okay, yikes. Looks like this new Killbot is a big Avengers fan. The shield, the hammer. Gonna guess you've got some rockets hiding back there.
Hey, AIM has control of the bridge.
Cause about to go now. Yeah, that wasn't nothing.
Please just hang on. How about a rain check?
Prepare to die. All weapons to leave.
Wait, where is the Super Delta? Oh. $400K? Well, that's Thor.